There
I
you
never
go.
doubted him.
Yep. I never doubt him. None of his moves are restricted. Speaking of that, let's talk restrictive moves. How do you feel about restrictive moves in pro wrestling? This is always a tough subject for me, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, sir.
I think I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, okay, yeah, protect people. But at the same time, if it's like two safe workers who are really good, who are you to say? You know what I mean? Like, if Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan are like, hey, we want to do this, who are you to say no?
Yeah, definitely. And it's also too like you start taking away greatness. You're like, oh, you could do that amazing thing, but not everyone can do it, so you can't do it. It makes everyone seem normal. And this is why I always debate it. I used to be a hand-to-hand combat instructor. I used to be infantry. I have concussion problems. I stutter. I can't remember short-term memory. Like my hands shake. I have suffered from concussions. But there's also a part of me like they should have that choice, you know? Educate them and then just have that choice. And there should be warriors because it depends on the risk, but they are professional. I mean, Tom Cruise jumps off goddamn cliffs on motorcycles and runs down fucking buildings. So it can be done if you're a professional, but it's like taking away 3 pointers from Curry because Shaq can't hit threes. He did hit one though. So I don't know. It's punishing greatness, but at the same time, pro wrestlers are delusional. And for every Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, there's probably 57 that's not fair. 57 billion indie wrestlers that think they can do it too. So I guess that's why the agents should be more hands-on and be more educated. But I think banning the move is just punishing talented people. But at the same time, you don't want people to be safe. Like, I have a hard time with memories. My hands shake. I can't stream and podcast every day because certain days I just can't get up because of concussions. So it's like one half of me is like, no, concussions are real and they only get worse as you get older. But the other part of me is like, you can't. I guess there's just got to be a balance. There has to be a balance. And I think that balance is really good coaches and really good agents. Like, if who's that guy that Michael Cole always makes fun of that jumped over the top rope?
Uh, I don't know.
Shit. I don't know. He's like a WWE tag team guy. He really sucks. But let's just pick up. All right, who's one of the most unathletic people in wrestling? Sid, just throw me a name.
Paul Heyman.
Okay, that's not fair. That hurt me. That cut me deep because I love Paul Heyman. But all right, if Paul Heyman comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to do this," and Kenny Omega says, "I want to do that," it's up to the agent to tell that there's a difference between those two people, and that's where I think that comes in.
That's when you tell Kenny, no.
Yeah, go for it, Paul.
Stand back and let Paul do it.
Exactly. So, I think it's just instead of banning everything, and that's not just a wrestling thing. We ban as humans, we ban everything, but we're really at times suppressing greatness and banning moves for everyone is like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It's suppressing greatness. And I think there's a middle ground. I don't want you to have concussions like I do or worse, but I also don't want greatness to be stumbled because I got injured, because someone else got injured. I think there should be more responsibility on the agents to make the call, and I think there should be talent should matter. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega should do better things in that ring and riskier things than me and Paul Heyman. And it's a tough balance, but banning everything just takes greatness away. Is there anything you want to add, sir?
No.
All right. Spin